Hello, my name is Sheila Marian Felix Hernandez, and today I am talking about of the FFI or Foreign Focused Instruction. Well, the FFI is one teacher used for a linguistic aspect. Is it used to teach grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation in a second language? Usually, teacher use it for vocabulary and pronunciation because these areas students have many problems and focus there so they can speak more clear. Correctly is taught how to use the FFI to be a better teacher in the teaching of a second language. It is important to know how to use because if implemented correctly, students will have a better performance in the area of the language. More simple in definition of the FFI is used to make a language learners pay attention to the linguistic aspect they are studying. Some characteristic of the FFI is there are different ways to implement and also different areas. For example, in grammar, you can use image to focus on the topic or explain the topic with the PowerPoint. The method changes depending of the topic you are explaining. A benefit of the FFI is that I can change depending of the topic. It's not limited to follow a rule or a form, as long as I help students understand the topic and practice. The type of the communication you can use with the students will help define a good method for their learning. The areas it evaluates are all those that have to do with linguistics. In this video, I have taken a lot about them, but normally teachers only use the FFI to evaluate 3, and they are grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. They do it because the students have a more problem in these 3 areas. I think the problem with not using the FFI more often is because teachers are still learning to use and correctly. Now they take into account the feelings of the students and know how to improvise their learning without changing the student-teacher relationship. And finally, I have already explained some of the benefits for the students. Now, I am going to explain what is important for the language teachers to learn how to use the FFI. As teacher, its help is to understand how to teach. Normally, a language teacher who didn't take a course to become teachers don't know how to use it usually teach without a clear reason. Since COVID started in 2020, the way of teaching has changed. Many teachers and students had problems to adapt, but the FFI that many teachers applicate help them to understand the class better. Working from the computer can also be used. The FFI also help to know how we are going to correctly the students because sometimes they are afraid to making a mistake and that the teacher or classmate will make fun. The FFI help you to find a better method to create a communication with the students and that they feel safe when they speak.